Today, we're going to be talking about certain connections, why they're temporary, and how you can navigate the emotional journey of their departure. Welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that empowers you to start taking back control of your life, to break out of that monotony that you're currently in, and to start unlocking your true potential so you can start living a life you truly desire. I'm Sanj, and today we're going to be talking about human connections. And we're going to be talking about the bittersweet truth of how some people are only meant to be in our lives for a short while. We're going to be talking about how to navigate the emotional journey of their departure and the lessons that these experiences teach us. So let me know, have you ever crossed paths with someone in your life who, no matter how brief their time in it was, left a mark that you will always remember? It's common where you will meet someone and you will start to contact them more. They'll be in your life for a short while, and then all of a sudden, things start to fade out. But eventually, when they do fully leave your life, you still remember them. You still remember the impact that they had and the mark that they left. Your life is a story. And so during that story, there will be some people who are just meant to be in your life for just a chapter or two, whereas there'll be others who are meant to be written into the whole story. So let me know, what person has been in your life and left a mark which you will forever remember? Let me know in the comments. So let's begin by unraveling the question that why are some people only meant to be in your life for a short amount of time? The reason for this is that everyone who comes into our life, into our story, they serve as a purpose for some reason. Some come in as teachers to show us new things, to give us new knowledge. Others come in as a catalyst for change. And some people, they may just come to walk the path with us for just a small while. And so when these people, when their role is fulfilled, when their time in our lives comes to an end, that's when we feel sad. That's when we have to move on. And what happens is we become attached to them. We want them to stay for a couple more chapters of our life story. And we'll try and reach out, we'll try and stay in contact, but sometimes it's not reciprocated. So we have to accept that it wasn't meant to be. And at this point, you're going to feel the pain. You're going to feel upset, sad that you no longer have that person in your life. And then there's the other side of it, which is a suffering. And the suffering is you wishing things weren't as they are. You wishing things were like they were. And so each time you do that, you're just causing yourself more and more suffering. So the pain will always be there. The suffering is down to you. How much you want to suffer is in your control. So when people do leave our lives, when they do leave the chapters of our story, the first thing we can do is we can actually embrace the change with gratitude. We can start dwelling on we can start to focus on the lessons that they taught us, on the memories that we shared with them, rather than dwelling on their departure. We can think back fondly about what they taught us, how they helped us progress, how they were with us, the experiences they brought into our lives. So when we start to do that, you can actually look back with more fond memories. You can actually be happier. And then again, rather than wishing things were different and they were still in your life, you can actually just be grateful that they were in your life at all, as they brought you those memories, those lessons, and helped you develop as a person. The next thing is, When someone leaves your life, it isn't always a bad thing. It could just mean that they're leaving your life so you can be open to new opportunities. You cannot fill an already full cup. Some of that water has to leave the cup so you can put some more in. So until some people may leave your life, you may not have enough space for new beginnings. You may have not enough space for new opportunities. So when these people leave your life, you can actually think, okay, what are the new connections that you're going to make? What are the new people you're going to meet? What are the new chapters in your life going to be reading like? So not only is it new connections, it's also new experiences, new memories, new opportunities. So there are all these new things that are waiting for you on the horizon. So when someone leaves, it is sad, but again, embrace a new beginning. And when we do lose these people, it teaches us things. It teaches us that actually nothing in life is permanent. It teaches us impermanence and that we should embrace this impermanence in our lives. And by default, this then teaches us to live more in the present moment and cherish the time that we have. Make the most of the time that we have. Make those memories. Enjoy those memories. So when we start to embrace that impermanence, you actually start to live in the present moment and cherish the time that you have. And the next thing is it builds our resilience because, again, when people exit our lives, we discover an inner strength. We discover a resilience because we start to navigate that loss and we come out of it stronger than what we went in. Yeah, so having these people coming in and out of our lives is not always a negative thing. It teaches us something and is something we should always be grateful for. But what we've got to realize is that we've got that impermanence. It's always going to be like that. And you'll meet about 80,000 people in your lifetime. So it's not as if you're going to be stuck not meeting anyone new. So, and we actually lose about half our social network every 7 years or so due to changes in our circumstances, due to changes in schools, due to changes in university, work, where we live. So the ebbs and flows of a relationship, it's a dance that actually teaches us that there is impermanence in life. And you've got to remember that when connections fade, their impacts will remain. Those memories remain. And they actually shape your existence. So embrace each connection. Cherish those moments and allow those people who enter your life to leave their mark on your journey. When you start to actually realize that nothing is permanent and you realize that people what may only have been in your life for a few chapters for a reason, and you take away the lessons for that, you actually are happier and you will start to look back with a more positive outlook that you learned something from it. So try it out. Next time someone leaves your life, rather than being sad, being upset, feel your feelings of pain, but actually don't suffer. Allow yourself to actually think, what did I get out of it? How did this make me a better person? And you'll see that actually you were made to meet that person and to interact with that person for a reason. So thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know your biggest lesson from the episode in the comments below. I want to make a positive impact on the world, and I sincerely hope that you can help me do that by sharing this podcast, reviewing this podcast, or rating this podcast with it on Apple, Google, Amazon, or Spotify. Remember, your mindset shapes your reality. When you master it, you'll master your life. Thank you.